it was a fart, but it didn't come along, you know. And so there I
That
am, and I'm
explains.
like, and I still had to drive all the way home. Like it was like what, about a 10-minute drive. So I'm there sitting in about 10 minutes,
Oh man.
you know, and
Yo, welcome back to Hype Npire. I'm your boy Envy.
I'm your boy Oscar.
Last but not least, I'm your boy Jay.
All right, y'all. Today is gonna be embarrassing wardrobe malfunctions. Okay, be it that you spilled something, they tore, or you added stuff that didn't belong. All right. Now, what you guys got?
Man, I'll give you guys a recent one. Okay. So obviously there's freaking hand sanitizers everywhere now. Right? So you gotta, so I went to a store, right? And I went to go like push on the hand sanitizer, but you know how like sometimes it
The
dries up and it gets
crusties.
clogged and then it shoots out. It shoots out like at an angle. Oh my god. So I went to like to get it and it shut out on my pants, like right next to my junk. You know what I'm saying? So here I have a wet spot, and it wasn't like you know how like these hand sanitizers they're like pumps are long, so if you go all the way down, a lot's coming out. So I had this wet spot on my thing, so I was walking around with that wet spot. I was like, oh man, I'm like, I hope this thing dries up pretty quick.
Where were
And it
you
was a
at?
gel thing, so I think it was at Lowe's.
Were you working or you were just shopping?
Nah, I was just shopping.
All right.
I was
That's
just
that
shopping.
that's a
So I was
little
just
bit
walking around.
easier because you know you're going home. But if you're at work and that happens, yo, that sucks.
You just reminded me of one, Oscar,
Yeah.
and it sounds really, really bad now.
What you got, Jay?
Every morning, shout out to my wife. She makes me an oatmeal, but I ask her to make it watery for me so I can drink it. And there's times when I'm drinking it while I'm driving, and it spills on my pants. And it's oatmeal. It's white, and it doesn't just come off
It
really easy.
dries white.
And it dropped right. Well, yeah, exactly what you're talking about, Oscar. And this is white, and it's thick and lumpy and whatever. So, yeah, those are embarrassing. And I gotta walk into work that way because I don't have anything to clean myself off with. So that was one. The
Did
other
it
one,
stay the whole day?
yeah,
Yeah, I
it
hate
doesn't
that.
come off.
You always gotta have napkins in the
Yeah, because it stayed crusty too.
like even with water, like you couldn't like go to the bathroom, get some paper towels, like rub it with water.
Uh,
I think at that point you don't want to make it more wet. You think that you make
You
it more
didn't
wet.
think of it.
I mean, yeah, I do, but like I said, I still had to walk in that way.
Yeah.
And I always wear black pants, so it's very, very noticeable. And the other day, and I guess because I'm always trying to eat on the go, I was eating a salad, and the salad fell off the fork, and I got ranch all over my shirt. It's there forever. It doesn't come off anymore. It stayed like that.
Hey
It's
yo,
because it has
Oh,
oil.
that's crazy.
I'm that guy. If it's gonna happen, whose law is that? Anything bad that's gonna happen will happen.
Murphy, Murphy's Law.
What can go wrong will go wrong.
Yeah,
I
what
think.
can go wrong will go wrong. That's me with food.
Mm.
That's why I don't like wearing white people because and right now I'm just wearing white because I don't have water right here. But yo, because I'll drop it, man. I'm a messy eater, man. I like to dig into my food, and man, I'm a messy eater, man. I'm a messy person, period, man. And I live by that whole thing. Whatever can go wrong will go, and I'll see it, and I'll try to avoid it. It always happens. But
Mm-hmm.
me, man, damn, a few of those have happened. Matter of fact, one time I couldn't get my wang out on my pants fast enough. And you know, you're already peeing before you get it out, and you freaking pee on yourself a little bit. Man, I've had that happen to me a few times, man.
Why
Or you guys can
are
maybe
you
can
holding
relate.
it so long?
Or well, because it's so long, I don't know. Anyways, or I've had it where I
Yeah.
hit I shoot the on the urinal and it shoots back. Have you guys ever had some back spray?
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Yo, that back
Yeah, I
spray
don't like
always
that.
gets me. Damn, it's kind of like, oh my god.
That's why at the it's kind of like you have to step back and then aim at an angle. So it like
Yeah, Oscar, but when
it's
people
an
are
angle,
around
you know
you,
what I mean?
you don't want to step back when people are around you because you step
Yeah.
back and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
people are gonna start. You're giving a free show. So I'm saying, so you try to be as close to the urinal, especially when people are around you. You're trying to be as close to hugging the urinal, and the backsplash always gets you. It's kind of like
You gotta
You
aim
stick
it.
out,
You
stick
gotta
out your
aim it.
hips a little bit
You gotta get that corner
down.
so that
Yeah.
it can just
that
Yeah,
backsplash always
it's
gets me.
still. Yeah,
Hey
yeah,
man,
that always happens to me too.
hey man, and also, oh man, one time, man, I don't like taking dumps at work, right? I used to be that. I used to be that guy. I'm not that guy anymore, right? Probably because of this one time. I had to freaking take a dump, and I thought, man, my stomach hurts, man. Y'all know, you guys know that feeling, man, where you got the bubble guts and it freaking hurts, and you're pinching it for so long. Oscar probably doesn't know that because ever since I've known Oscar, Oscar drops deuces everywhere, man. Ever since we were kids,
You don't hold that stuff, man.
I
Hey,
I
admired
was
the
about to say
guy.
that too.
Hey,
I'd
stop right here at the
admire.
7-Eleven.
Yep. I
Like,
would
what are you
admire.
gonna do? I gotta
Yeah.
go to the restroom. Ugh.
When we were in high school, this kid would do it, and I
Yeah,
think
man, I don't care. I
I
have
don't know how
no
this fool
shame,
does
dude.
that. Hey, I admire that. Kudos to Oscar. Yeah,
Yeah.
kudos to that guy because I can't do it. I could never do it. Even in my 20s, 30s, I could never do it. One day, I was pinching it and I thought, yo, it hurts so bad. Let me just pass a little gas, right? Yo, I soiled my underwear, yo. It was one of those where my tummy was thinking, yo, you open up the gates. Hell no, we're gonna flood. Heck no. Once you open up that dam, it's all coming out, yo. I lost a good pair of underwear that day, people. They're still at that job site, probably. No, I threw them in the trash, yo. But it was kind of one of those like
Man.
you hold it and you just throw a little one. You're nope, that ain't right. And you're walking, pinching your butt cheeks all the way to the restroom because you're thinking I done messed up. Yeah, I lost a good pair of underwear. We're gonna play that doon 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 doon. The one where you lose something when you lose a soldier. Yep, I lost my pair of underwear that day. Man, so ever since then, I'm dropping deuces anywhere. I tell my wife we're at Target, babe. Uh, yo, I'll catch up to you. Where you gonna be? I'm gonna catch up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Spot because I don't want to be walking around like an idiot looking for you. Tell me where you're gonna be. Be there for about 20 minutes, and I'm gonna meet you up there like later. All right, because I gotta drop me a deuce. But yeah, now I don't care. I'm dropping deuces everywhere. Yeah, hell no.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you guys, it's kind of same thing happened to me. All right. So I was working a graveyard, and before I got to the graveyard, my stomach was already feeling like jacked up. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, I gotta take something. I tried to take Pepto or whatever. None of it worked. Like none of it worked. So I'm like whatever. So I keep on going back and forth to the bathroom. Like I would say like once every 30 minutes, I was going to the bathroom. Right. So I'm like, it's like my stomach hurts. My stomach hurts. And I was like, by it was already time to clock out. So I'm like, all right, let me go to the bathroom before I go home. And so I'm like, all right. So I go and then I'm on my way home, right? And I'm driving and I'm like, oh my God, my stomach's rumbling. I was like, oh, and I was like, well, I just went. So maybe like I just need a fart. So I'm like, all right. So I'm just going to pass a quick one real quick. And yeah, nope. It wasn't just, it was a fart, but it didn't come along, you know? And so there I am. And I'm like, and I still had to drive all the way home. Like it was like what, about a 10-minute drive. So I'm there sitting in about 10 minutes,
Oh man.
you know? And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, it stinks. It freaking stings. You know what I mean? So I had to roll the windows down. And I'm like, and I call Angie. I was like, babe, can you make sure like nobody's in the bathroom when I get home? Because and then
I've made one of those
throw in
calls before.
a fresh pair of underwear in there, please. Thank you. I got home. I'm like,
Stuff got real on the way home.
I was
love.
like, and you can feel like in between your butt cheeks, it's all like wet. And I'm like,
Oh
oh my
man.
God. I don't know.
That brought me
I
back
felt
some memories.
that was a sad day for me. That was a sad day for me, guys.
No, hey, I don't know if I've already mentioned this story, but the reason why I won't go to the public restroom is one time I had that same feeling. I couldn't hold it. So I went to a public restroom in a park and I was making too many sound effects. And I wasn't aware of the courtesy flush back then. And I heard other kids in there. I was a kid and I heard other kids in there doing the And I was like, oh man, this is so embarrassing. They're gonna see me walk out.
That was me and Eric laughing.
Yo, that's why I never took a dump.
Man,
Kids are
yeah.
freaking mean. They'll laugh. They'll
I
laugh.
didn't care.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, when I used to work at Schneider, these guys would drop bombs. They would drop, and they wouldn't even care. And I'd be thinking, screw this, man. I'm not. And I'd go in there just to pee, and I'd be hearing that. I'd think, you know what? And then they walk out like nothing. They wash their hands, and I said that takes some confidence right there. I want me some of what that man has. Oh man, so I started doing it. I thought I don't freaking care, man.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I would try dropping harder ones, like so you can hear me, just so you know, yo, Eric's in the house, yo. Eric, I dropped the mic on these suckers.
No, sir.
Yeah, that is embarrassing. Freaking dang kids. Freaking. That's why I never took dumps at school. I don't know how this guy did it, man.
And I was probably around 11. I was around 12
you know
years
what?
old.
Hold on.
12 or
I'll tell you how
13.
I did it. I tell you how I did it. Nobody would want to take dumps at school, so I was in there by myself.
Yeah, but they'd go pee and wash their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I have one. I have another one.
So
In kinder,
by the time
that
I was
happened
done,
to me. I was in kinder and I sharted on myself, and it was bad. They had to send me to the nurse's office, and my mom had to bring me clothes, and that was embarrassing.
Hey, one time
you just weren't potty trained.
that did happen to me at school too, man. And I the same thing, but I didn't. It was one of those where you just do it in your pants and you're thinking, oh man, kind of like Oscar, where it's like it stinks. And I didn't even go to the nurse's office. It was already gonna be that's it. It was like 10 minutes to school, and I was sitting there with my crap in my freaking pants, and I was thinking, oh man, this thing stinks, man. And yep, I had to go home. Well, I went home. It was already gonna be the end of the school, so I thought, what's the point of going to the nurse or anything?
You had to walk home like that?
Yeah, man. Let me tell you, I had some red booty for like a week. You don't want to walk home like that, man. My freaking booty freaking itches, man. That's dirty,
Ooh.
yo. That's dirty.
Hey, any of you ever torn your pants?
Yeah.
Man,
Really
I don't know how many
bad.
times I've torn my pants.
Hey, I still
Like different ways too.
Bad.
No, I usually the number one thing where I get it is where your pecker is right under it. Like I always tear
Yeah.
that spot right there. Like that spot always tears, like all the time.
In the gooch area.
Yeah, man. Like it's weird. Like I don't know. Maybe it's too much gas.
You feel
I
a
don't know what the
breeze. You're like, ooh.
Yeah. But no, I'm not allowed. I can't wear that, man. My missus will kill me, man, if I wear
What?
that. Once a hole's there, I gotta throw them pants away, man. I don't play around with
Yeah,
having a hole there and keep wearing them, man.
Nah, yeah, I've torn a couple there. You squat down and got ripped. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, no, the
Damn
worst was I
It's from
tore some at
washing.
work. I tore some at work, and I was like, it's a small one. So I kept working, and I ended up doing stuff that made it even tear worse. So it went all the way, like almost to like where my butt is. You could see it from the back. Like that's bad. That's really bad. That's embarrassing. And you're at work. You can't go home.
did you call the wifey to bring you some pants?
No, we weren't. I had barely started working. I probably had just met her.
Oh, I had to call Angie to bring me some pants once.
Hey.
I tore the. So I would always wear a box cutter. All right, not wear. Sorry, I would always put a box cutter in my pocket. And one time, like I guess, or over time, you know, it was cutting the, like just a little bit of the material every time I stuck it in my pocket, right? So one time I was walking by, it was like so when we receive a truck, we have rollers, right? To help the merchandise just roll into the warehouse. I walked by one of the rollers, and I guess one of the screws got caught in that little hole. And I was walking fast because, you know, when you're in retail, you gotta work hard and you gotta work fast. So I was walking fast, and that my whole freaking damn near my whole pant leg came off. And I'm like, oh my god.
It reminds me of Pablo.
Oh, yeah.
When it's like
It was
that,
just like that.
when his pants got stuck on the fence, and he
Yup.
still jumped down off the fence.
Yeah, his pants tore.
Stayed up there, man. He went to go get our football, and you have to jump over this high wall. You have to climb a wall, and then you have to jump over a fence. He jumped over, and he was hanging from his pants. And instead of trying to like pick himself up, he just went down, put all his weight. his whole freaking, and then he was walking. People were grabbing his pants and pulling them to make him tear more.
No.
They had to give him pink
They-
sweats.
Yeah, I remember they gave him pink sweats.
I remember that. Man.
But yeah, that's what happened. And I was like, I was in the warehouse. I'm like, I tell my boss, like, hey, man, my pants store. Can I go home? He's like, can you have your wife bring you some? And I'm like, dude, my pants are torn. And I'm like, all right. So I was like, I was just working in the back in the stock room in the
Hey,
meantime. But
I used to have cargo pants, man. When I used to work with my family, man, doing tile work, man. I used to have pants, man, cargo pant. My favorite cargo pants, man. I still miss those things, man. But they had a tear where I told you right there, and it's like you wash them and the material gets really thin. I don't know why, but it always tears right there, man. I kept those things and they had that torn, but I'd always wear sweats. Those cargo pants were baggy, but I mean sweats. I'd always wear shorts under those pants. You can see, but you're gonna see my shorts. That's the crazy thing, like because and it was also in winter time, so it was freaking freezing. So you weren't gonna see my underwear or anything. Like, you were always gonna see my shorts. So my wife would let me wear them. They were my favorite until they got like ridiculous, like what Jay said. Like before it was like a slit, and then all of a sudden it's like a big hole down there. It's kind of like, why are you even wearing those pants? You might as well. And I used to wear them because of my pockets.
You wearing them like chaps now?
Yeah. Dude. Doing it is because their pockets, like conveniently when you do construction, like you want to have pockets everywhere so you can put your pencils, your square, all this different stuff. And yeah, eventually, yeah, I had to throw
you
them
ever
away.
heard of a tool belt?
Nah, buddy, you don't understand. A tool belt, it's hard to like move. Like it pinches my belly, and I was already getting a belly, so it pinched it. So a tool belt's really uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So
I did have a tool
I
belt.
had a similar. I have a similar story to that, but it's kind of like it's different. So I had these pair of jean shorts. My favorite shorts, man. They're like my favorite, and they had like a little in the back pocket, and I would always put my wallet in there. And as the time went, like it would get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then like my would freaking hang out. You know what I mean? And my wife was like, get rid of those shorts, but they were my favorite shorts. They fit me well. It was a good fit. You know what I mean? Angie freaking, she grabs the hole, right? And freaking pulls it and rips it because she's so tired of, because I would tell her, hey, can you sew it? Like, so my wallet don't fall out no more. I guess she got tired of sewing it and she just went and ripped the pocket out. And I was so sad because it got to the point where, where the bottom of the pocket was, like all that, and below that was starting to like get a hole, and she ripped all that part off. And so I was pissed off.
What a bully.
I got so mad. But that's the thing. It's like it's always like that with her. So I have like favorite shirts too. Right?
Oscar, you look like an old Chinese movie.
No, I have favorite shirts also. And like if they have like a little small hole, she'll dig her finger in there, she'll rip it. And I'm like, oh, that's my favorite shirt. Like, why are you gonna do that? Angie bullies me, guys.
Yeah, we believe it. We've seen it on our show, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the video.
Make sure you drop your comments. Let us know what wardrobe malfunctions you've had.
Yeah, and stay tuned. Check out a clip from our next video.
Love y'all. God bless. Peace. It was slow
In
motion.
slow motion.
I'm like this. And then I look over, and then Jay, he doesn't even brace himself. Jay, and I don't even think he was wearing his seatbelt. That's the funny thing. Jay, I look over, and Jay's like this. that didn't even try to hold on.